Hi everyone, it's me, Tim. Today I want to talk about two recent mementos I now have. And they're behind me, and I'll point them out in a few minutes. This is a Friday fun day, so I thought I'd do something fun. I've had a lot of people ask about all the mementos that are in these two cabinets, memorabilia from my career days. And I've talked about a few of them. I talked about the Fallout foam core board, the really big one. It's over here against the wall. There's a video. I'll link it below. I've also talked about, and you can see it right over here, the T. Ray Isaac original, a picture of me in the style of Vault Boy, and holding a plate of mushroom cookies I used to make that the recipe for is in the Fallout manual. So there's a video about both of those. Those are really cool. I love them. But now I want to jump fast forward to time to two recent things I've acquired. Very recent, like in the last week. Although by the time this video comes out, it's going to be probably almost 2 months. But I want to talk about them because they're really cool. So let's go to the first one. There's an artist online. There's a link below. His name is Decode666. I learned about his artwork. He does wood burning plaques from TK's Mantis. You know what? That's such a hard word for me to say. I'm going to say Patrick. Patrick pointed them out to me. I fell in love with two of the art pieces. One was the cover of Fallout 1. The other was the artwork that I discussed in a video that would have been the cover for Fallout 2. The one with the primitive guy wearing the power armor helmet. I love those two pieces of artwork in real life. I loved these two wood-burned pieces of art that Decode did. His name's Peter. That Peter did. So I contacted Peter and I said, hey, I'd really love to buy those. I worked on the original games. He said, I know. So we nerded out a bit, and then I went to arrange payment, and they were coming from the EU. So I couldn't do a bank wire. It wasn't going to work out to send a check. The payment system he used, I can't use for reasons. So I was going to see how I could pay Patrick to pay Peter to get me the items. Patrick was super sweet, and he just bought them for me. How freaking sweet is that? And now they're on my shelves. They're right here. And here's a close-up. You can see they're really awesome. If you like these, check out the link below. Maybe the artist has done stuff you might be interested in. I love these. They're going to sit on my shelf for a while before they move in to the memorabilia cabinet, just because I like looking at them. I like holding them. And this way I don't have to open up a door. I like touching them. I'm tactile. And they smell good. I don't know if Peter knows that. I smell your art. So, there you go. Link below. The other memento is unusual because it's a Funko figurine. And let me just state up front, I'm not paid for this. This is not an endorsement. So, you know, for all the really cynical people out there that think if I ever say something nice about a channel or a product or something, I must be a shill. I must be getting paid. I was not paid. In fact, I found out about this because I just happened to see that they were running a campaign. It was called Pop Yourself. I think they're still running it. And you can go find it online. I'm not going to put a link in here because I wasn't paid to endorse it. I bought it myself. But I had a lot of fun. I went to it a few times having fun designing myself. And I designed myself the way I used to look. And then I said, no, I want to design me as I look right now. And as I got further and further into the design process, it turns out you can hold something in each hand. So I put a laptop in one hand, and I put a game controller in my other hand, and then they let you add a pet, and they had a yellow lab. So I put Abby in as well. And then I didn't know what to put. You're allowed to put your name on the box. And I could have said Tim Kaine, but instead I put Kane on Games. I'm like, this is now representing this channel. And it arrived. I was like, this looks so cool. And I took it out, put it on the counter. Here it is. I think it looks really, really cool. It's fun. It's silly. It's memorable. It's everything I wanted in some little bit of memorabilia. It's right up here right now. It's on the top of a memorabilia cabinet. Again, so I can access it and look at it. And I open it up occasionally and take them out and look how cool it is. Again, if you want one of yourself, you can go find one. You can go find the link online and go make one yourself. I know people have been asking a lot for me to go through these whole cabinets. There's a lot of things in there. For me to spend any length of time on any one of these I would do nothing for the next 6 months. And besides these things, I have several boxes in a closet over here of memorabilia that either isn't easy to display, like all the different t-shirts I used to wear, hoodies, Troika underwear, and other things that are either too big or bulky or just I don't have room. I've already got 2 cabinets. I'm not going to put up 3 or 4 more. So they live in a closet. It could take me a long time to go through all these. You collect a lot of stuff over 4 decades of work. But I might go through a few of them in the future. If, for a Friday Fun Day, why not? But one more thing I want to say before I'm done. This is going to be a short video. I did a video on my favorite chocolate, and I mentioned Amade Porcelana. Well, last week I had lunch with a friend of mine. This is the friend who worked on Age of Empires, the friend who told me about Stormy Dog, which I did the video about Fallout Easter eggs that show up in other games. And we had lunch last week, and he gave me 2 bars of Amade Porcelana. And they're empty because I've already eaten them. Because it's Amade Porcelana. How they were gone within... I was really good. I ate a little of one the first day. I ate the whole thing the next day. And then I waited like 2 or 3 days, and then I ate the whole other bar. And it's a lot more sugar than I'm supposed to have. More carbs. Didn't matter. Dark chocolate's good for you. I refuse to admit that what I did was bad. What I did was super good. But anyway, thank you, Matt. And also, if you guys haven't tried Amade Porcelana, it is so good. It is so good. It is so good. Anyway. Okay, that's it. I hope you liked my Friday Fun Day on Mementos.